plant-based is too expensive, carnivore is too expensive, I can't do it, I don't want to do it, I can't find anything under $20 for a pound of meat. No, that is so inaccurate. I'm going to show you exactly what to get and what cost point you can get it at if you are looking to implement this lifestyle. And the reason I'm making this video right now is because I recently posted this video with Will Harris. Will is like the head honcho for regenerative farming, such a badass. But in this video afterwards, there were so many people that commented, how are they supposed to find, a local farmer that gives them any meat that's under $20 a pound? Or it's like, how do they do that if they can't trust grocery store meat? And I'm just here to like completely dispel all of that. Don't worry, I'm gonna show you exactly how to do it so that you can live the life you want. You're not gonna break the bank. And honestly, if you're like me, you're going to save money. I literally save money, and trust me, I am the stingiest person. So stingy, like I get made fun of for it.
Listen, you cross-ages cheapskate!
And I still save money on this, okay? So what I'm gonna do is break down a list of all of the options that we wanna get, their costs, where to find them, why, and just set you off hitting the ground running. So the first thing that we want to buy is ground beef. Ground beef is like the mega, it's like the thing, the foundation for all of this. And ground beef, if you like, personally, I don't buy things from the grocery store. I buy it all from a local farmer. You might want to watch this video here to understand a lot of why that might be the case. But for me, local farmers are the way to go. I specifically look for regenerative farmers. If you can't find that, a local farmer is just as fine. They're going to be everywhere at farmers markets. You can find them literally everywhere. So go to a farmer's market, get ground beef. I get 80-20 ground beef. When I buy from my local farmer that is just a typical local farmer, it was like $8 a pound. When I go to a regenerative farmer, it's about $10 a pound for grass-fed, grass-finished ground beef from a regenerative farm. But when I buy in sets of 3, it's like 3 pounds versus 1 pound, I actually get it, instead of $10, it's $9. So basically what I'm saying is, if you go to a local farmer, you can buy all of that for $8 to $9 a pound for really, really good quality beef. And if you don't want to do grass finished, you want to do grain finished, that's fine. You can still get it for like $8 a pound. You're totally good. If you're going to compare that to the cost, like I usually have a pound of ground beef for a meal. A Chipotle burrito is $10. So you're doing all right. If you're doing that, you're gonna be more full for sure. Okay. So that's the first thing. The second thing you want to get is eggs. Eggs are the best, love them. I have about 4 eggs a day, all right? So this is a really great way to get all of the fat and all of the protein that you need, plus they taste bomb. I coach people on this all the time, that you wanna have eggs as a part of your lifestyle because it's gonna help you feel full and you're just gonna feel good. But to get eggs, I typically do go to the farmer's market, to my local farmer, and get them, but I also get them at the grocery store sometimes, and it's about $8 for 12 eggs, which comes out to about 66 cents an egg, you guys. So if I have 4 eggs a day, that's $2.64 for my meal of eggs that day. That's less than $3. You can find great eggs for $8 and you're good to go. Anything under $1 for like the product, it's 66 cents. It's a pretty solid deal. So that's great. The third thing you wanna go for is bacon. Okay, so bacon is a great way to get a lot of protein, a lot of fat. You also get the bacon fat from it, which you can save for later or put in other things, and it makes you feel more full. The more fat you get, the more full you feel. When I go to the grocery store, typically that's where I get it. Unfortunately, my local farmer doesn't have bacon, but I still get sugar-free bacon, and it's basically $6 for me to get one sugar-free bacon thing. And so if I do $6 and I divide that by the number of bacon strips in there, that's 60 cents a piece of bacon, because it's about 10 strips of bacon in there, 60 cents. So if I multiply that by 5, which I usually have 5 strips of bacon with my 4 eggs, that comes out to $3. So far, if I'm just having that one meal with bacon and eggs, I'm under $6 for that meal, and that's gonna carry me over for like 4 hours. Bacon, such a good way to go. Save the grease as well, because you can cook that for things later on to add more fat. So going into fat, another great option for you if you want to reduce costs, but also have a really great taste and feel good, is bone marrow. This one caught me by surprise. I always thought bone marrow was this like super luxurious, like, you never had it thing, and it's like you really have to pay top dollar for it. No, you can literally go to the grocery store, you guys, and get bone marrow for like $8 for an entire freaking pack that's like huge. And it's got like 5 days, 6 days worth of bone marrow. And I just had bone marrow actually with a friend, a full grown dude, and he had like six little things of it, and I had like 3, and he still had like 30 little pieces of the bag left to go. So what I'm saying is there's a ton in there, and it's like $8. So I don't know how to quantify that per each little thing, but I would say it's like 20 cents per little square. What bone marrow does is it has a ton of fat in it. So fat is a really great supplement to your diet if you need to get more full and you're worried about that. You're worried about how much money you're spending, add a bit more fat. Going off of the fat part, now that we're kind of in that lane, get the fat trimmings from your local butcher. That's a huge way. It's a huge way to cut costs. Usually they're free. Honestly, they'll just give them to you, the fat trimmings, or you'll just pay like a very, very, very minimal amount for them. But fat trimmings is a really excellent way to just supplement your diet. Make sure that you're, again, feeling more full with fat. The more fat you have, the more full you feel. That's how that works. So fat equals full, animal fat at least. And so getting those from the local butcher is a great way to go. You can just ask them for the fat trimmings, and you just add that to your ground beef, or you just add that to your steak, whatever you're gonna have. A great option is sardines. They're like a teeny tiny little baby fish. I never thought I would like them. I never thought I'd be talking about this, but honestly, sardines are the way to go. They are loaded with omega-3s. They're small little fishies, so they don't have a ton of mercury in them, and they're so small that it's like they're all caught wild because they're so itty bitty and hard to catch. So basically, you get sardines. It's about $26 at the grocery store, and they have a whole pack of them in there. And sardines is a great way to just have a little snack if you need it, or you can literally have a few of them and save the rest of the package for later. But it's super inexpensive, especially for fish. That's a very cheap cost. 26 bucks for a whole pack is going to take you a very long way. So do that. Once you get past the taste at first, you get used to it and you actually kind of like it, which is weird. So going into the next option, going off of taste, would be liver. If we're gonna do beef liver, this is a great, great, great way to go. So a lot of people can hate on liver because they're like, oh, it's not necessary, and oh, it tastes bad. And like, I get it. Honestly, I get it. But the thing is, with liver, it has basically everything we need in it to be healthy and happy. It has all the vitamins, all the nutrients. It like, to some people, they love the taste. Like my sister, she loves the taste of liver. I think she's kind of psychotic, so that could explain it. Just kidding. But no, genuinely, people love liver. They think it tastes delicious. And if you go buy it at a butcher's place or from your local farmer, it's literally like $2 for a little slab. And for an entire pound, it's $4, right? Like $4. And you can cook liver. Again, some people love liver. It's like a luxury thing. And so you can use that to add to your other, ground beef. You can have it stand alone. You can chop it up and have it as a little snack. It's totally good, all these different ways, but it's going to make you feel really good and full also because it's jam-packed with all of that damn nutrients. So just get it from your butcher. It's a great way to go, $4 a pound. Costco, weirdly, has these grass-fed, grass-finished patties. They're literally like $1 per patty. It's crazy. So if you want to buy those, I don't usually advocate for buying at Costco or Sam's Club, but I understand there's a lot of people that have, kids, they have family, they don't have the ability to go and get a local farmer like today or tomorrow or whatever. Like, I get it. There's a lot of people that also have a minimal fixed amount of income that they can work with. And if you absolutely must, go to Costco, get the grass-fed, grass-finished beef patties. It's like $1 a patty. Way to go. I had them recently when I was on a camping trip. It was so good, and it literally, one pack served 8 of us. So super easy. It was like 20 bucks for the whole thing. Way to go. Easy. I would definitely recommend. So here's, with all of that, the biggest recommendations that I would make though, as far as doing it on a budget. If you're gonna actually do the best approach to this lifestyle, what you have to recognize is that buying in bulk is gonna save you thousands of dollars. I'm so not kidding. If you want to actually save money and you're really worried about that, but you wanna full send it on this lifestyle, what I recommend the people that I coach is to buy in bulk. So go find a local farmer. That's step one. Find a local farmer. You can go to any kind of farmer's market to find this person, go up to them, talk with them, find a local farmer. Best case scenario is you find a regenerative farm and you can identify who you can go to there. I'm going to attach 2 links below so that you can find this really easily regardless of where you are. The first link is realmilk.com and the second link is regenerativefarmersofamerica.com. All of these links, or both of these links I should say, are going to give you options for local farmers, regenerative farmers. So once you go there, meet them and then discuss what the cost of a half cow or a full cow would be. Literally, you can buy a full cow from these people. And what that means is that you're gonna get everything. Instead of $9, $8, you can get it down to like $4 a pound if you buy it all in bulk. All you do is take it, you go home, you freeze it, you put it in a big freezer, you split it up with your friends, let's say you have family members who wanna do this with you. Just get it and you have it massively in bulk for like $4 a pound. and you're good to go for like the next year. It's really that simple. And you can negotiate prices with your local farmer too. That's why also knowing the local farmer is dope, because you get that kind of inside access to those deals. A lot of people ask, like, am I gonna get bored? Am I gonna bored of this lifestyle? It's just eating the same thing, like beef, bacon, eggs, maybe a steak here and there, gonna be something that like I wanna spend more money on other things. Honestly, I've never seen somebody have that complaint after being in this lifestyle for a while. I think our whole belief system around, variety in foods is flawed. I actually think that we're supposed to be more consistent in our foods, just like every other animal out there is. So once you start eating this way, not only do you not care to have a ton of variety because it just tastes good if you're salting your food and you're cooking it right, it has a lot of fat in there, but also you get less hungry. So for me right now, it's literally like, I think it's 4 p.m. in the afternoon, 4:30. I haven't had anything to eat today because I am just so satisfied from my meals yesterday. I had bacon, eggs, and ground beef, and I just haven't been hungry, like at all. It's just, sometimes it's like that. And some days I am hungry, but a lot of the times you'll find that you need less food. Now, if you're trying to bulk in the gym, if you're trying to build muscle, you want to obviously have the right amount of protein. And if you need guidance on what that looks like to lose weight but maintain, watch this video here. I'll kind of break down exactly how the protein and the fat works. But ultimately, you can still maintain all of your muscle mass and your weight by having all of this bacon, eggs, ground beef, sardines, liver, all the fat, all that kind of stuff. So you should be fine there. The last thing that I'll mention if we want to do carnivore on a budget too, or animal-based on a budget, is you can have fruit and you can have dairy. And that's going to totally depend on if you are capable of handling that type of food. A lot of people out there cannot have fruit. A lot of people will not have fruit because of the sugar intake, and the fructose is too much for them. They want to binge on it, or it's not good with their body. It causes flare-ups and things like that. But a lot of people do. And honestly, a banana is like 30 cents. So that's a great way to just go supplement and have a nice dessert. Raw milk is the last one. Raw milk is so good. So if you are somebody who's trying to maintain your weight, and you're trying to make sure you don't lose muscle mass, and you maybe even trying to build a little bit of muscle and build a little size, a lot of men are trying to do this, get raw milk. Raw milk is a great way for you to make sure that you're actually going to maintain all of that, but you're not going to have processed milk. It's literally raw milk, okay? And raw milk is the best way to go to make sure you maintain that. And it's healthy, and a lot of people can do very well with raw milk. With all of that said, you guys, doing carnivore or animal-based on a budget is super, 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 super simple and straightforward. As you get to know your local farmer, as you build these relationships, you will be able to find the hacks and the deals in there, especially if you get to know them and you're loyal and you like their stuff and you support them. You can get things super discounted. But as always, going to local farmers market and just buying it there is going to be the best way to go. Always buy in bulk, always buy in bulk, always buy in bulk. You're going to save money, so much money. And over time, you'll see how the cost of this is going to go down, and also the cost in other things is going to go down. You're not going to be spending money on processed food. You're going to have a way more satisfied belly. You're not going to be hungry all the time. You're not going to be thinking about food all the time. You won't have the sugar addictions anymore. You're just going to spend so much less. You'll see what I'm talking about. So if you like this video, please like it. If you are into this, meaning you are trying to break this matrix, you want to look the way you want to look, feel the way you want to feel, act the way you want to act, have the life you want to have, and reach the potential that you actually want to have, go ahead and subscribe. The more subscribers that we have, the bigger the audience base, the bigger the guests are that we can have on, and the more truth that we can unravel. Obviously, that's our goal. I love talking about all these kinds of things: human optimization, exploration, life hacks, AI, everything that's going on that's really just expanding our realities. So please go ahead and subscribe if you're into that. Message me on Instagram. I love meeting everybody and chatting with you guys there. Y'all are so cool. And if anything, please share this with anybody if they need to see it to help them out. So thank you guys. I will see you on the next one.